Another week, another video, but first, coffee.
Hello everybody! Welcome to my channel! Magandang araw sa iyong lahat! Welcome po sa aking channel. It's really early in the morning here in Belgium. Maybe you already checked the clock. It's a little bit after 7. The reason that I'm up this early is that my wife just left for work. I'm in the evening shift, so it was pretty late that I was in the bed yesterday, and now today I'm early out of the bed. Otherwise, with the evening shift I don't see my wife in the day, so I have to make the sacrifice in the morning to see her half an hour, and in the evening she's making the sacrifice to stay awake, so we see each other 15 minutes. So yeah, that's the only time that I can see my wife when we are working. Now, last videos, what was that? Last videos, they really bring a lot of things on top, a lot of questions, a lot of thinkings. If you didn't see those videos, they were about money, about allowance and about the salaries. If you didn't see them yet, I will make a link here on top somewhere that you can look back. If you think they were interesting, please also share it to your fellow Filipinas in the Philippines, so they already have an idea. But they went totally crazy, those two videos. A lot of people put their thinking on it, and I didn't want to make another video like that immediately, otherwise maybe people think they become boring. But later on I will see if I can put some thinking about the people, and I put them in a small video also together. Now, this week, another video. That coffee was really helping to make me focus. So another week, another video. I was thinking what's also important for a Filipina when they're coming to Belgium. And if you're talking about Filipino, if you're talking about Filipina, what's important in their life? Food. Food is really an important one in the life of Filipinos. People that already been in Philippines, they know that. Now, this video is not only for Filipinas, it's also for foreigner that never went to Philippines yet. People that saw my video about bed secrets, they know that my wife and I were following the program on TLC, the 90 Days Fiancé. That's like a fiancé visa here in Belgium. And you can really notice that there are a lot of foreigners, they are meeting their partner. And in the program there are always Americans. And you see they're getting in love really quickly, they're chatting, and then they're traveling. And there's where the problem starts. A lot of them, they don't have any research in advance about the culture there, and then you can have some really embarrassing scenes, you can really have some shocking scenes. One of the Filipinas there and an American, I think the guy's name was Larry and Jenny. Just to give you an example, because if you're not following the program, the guy is American, and he went to Philippines, and the family, they were on a farm. They were not really city people, and she took him to her family to announce, and the family was happy. They make it like a small fiesta, a small party, and they make lichen. Now, yeah, for people that know Philippines, lichen is a really big thing there. It's not that cheap, so it's really for party, and if they really make lichen for you, it means that they really appreciate you and that you're important. Now, Larry, he saw that lichen, and you could really see that his hunger was fading away. He can see the whole pig laying there, and you can really see that his stomach was turning like crazy. And then it only started because then he had to start eating about it. Now, he tasted it with long teeth, he didn't like it, he didn't see it, and that's really an insult for the Filipinos. And then you can really notice that with the culture difference, it's not bad before you travel to Philippines that you do some research about their culture, so there are no embarrassing moments. Another one, quite famous, Big Ed, that was like the small American that was a photographer. He was chatting with his Filipina girlfriend Rose for 3 months, and he booked a ticket and he go to Philippines. No research at all. And when he arrived there, it was the one shocking experience after another. It made good television for the program, but there you can see that a lot of foreigners, they don't have any idea before they're traveling to Philippines. Now, that's also the video here. It's also for those foreigners that want to know a little bit more about the Philippines. So not only for the Filipinas that are planning to move to Europe. But we're here to talk about food and not about the people from the program. And I first want to say that our food culture from Belgium, it's also on a really high standard. Belgium has one of the best cooks in the world, and we really also like to eat good, eat a lot, drink good. So that's also important in our culture. But still, it's different than Philippines. In Philippines, you really eat a lot in a day, and that's something that a lot of people, once they went there or they went to a Filipina party, they don't understand. They keep eating, 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 and still they stay skinny. I know it's, I think, one of their gifts. Most of the Filipinos are really skinny, and if you see how much they're eating, Mikey Bustos, he's a famous Filipino Canadian guy. He's making some videos about music. He has his version about Big Eater, and he once called his girlfriend a vacuum cleaner. And sometimes it looks like that. They're eating really a lot and they stay skinny. If I'm only thinking about the food that they're eating, I already gained 2 kilos. So it's a gift that they have. So they're really lucky that they can spend a lot on food and they're not gaining weight. Because in Philippines you have almusal, you have merienda, you have tanghalian, you have merienda, and you have hapunan, and then also you have late night snack. Now, for people that don't speak Tagalog yet, almusal is breakfast, tanghalian is lunch, and hapunan, that's dinner. So you can see they have like 6 meals a day. And for people, yeah, you know, Philippines is a land of rice. There they all have hot meals. They don't have cold meals like we have here in the Western countries. In Philippines, you eat, if you're lucky, you have small bread in the morning just with coffee or pandesal. That's famous Filipino bread. It's pretty nice and you soak it in your coffee. If you're lucky, you have that, but mostly you have rice in the morning, you have rice for lunch, and you have rice for dinner. Now, for me personally, I really don't mind. I prefer more the Filipino breakfasts than here in Belgium. I can eat 3 times rice a day, I can eat even 4 times rice a day. For me it's no problem because I love rice and I don't like bread. But that's personally on me. Now, yeah, you heard it correct. They even eat rice in the morning. They make time in the morning to cook. You have different kind of dish. Now, if you want to have more, because I'm not going to explain a lot of dish here, but if you want to see more about food from Philippines, or if Filipinas like to see more about food from the Western countries, please comment below. So I will make more detailed on food, but this is just a general video. Now, mostly in the morning they eat like rice with some scrambled eggs and some meat or some fish. So you see, it's already a really big meal. Now here in Western countries we just eat bread. We have different kind of bread that when you see it in Philippines. Here we have like the sliced bread, and I will show you because I didn't have breakfast yet. So that's like just sliced bread. Now here in the morning we eat it with some jam, or we eat it with chocolate, and that's it. Some people eat meat in the morning, but not everybody. Mostly it's like something sweet. So that's our breakfast. And in Philippines, like every meal that you're eating there, it's a complete meal. They have merienda, that's like snacks for people that don't understand Tagalog. The merienda is like the snacks at around 10 or around 3 in the afternoon. But even that, it's quite a big meal. If we have a snack here in Belgium, we just take some fruits or some yogurt. And for Filipinos, that's a complete dish. Only like in the afternoon, the merienda, it can be turon, that's like the banana in the lumpia wrapper, or you have banana Q, that's banana on a stick, like in like a kind of caramel. It's like sugar that they make warm and they dip it in there. So that's a different merienda, but mostly merienda, they're quite having a big meal, and here it's really a snack. Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think that really Filipinos know what a small snack is, because even in Philippines you have goto, that's like a bowl of soup with rice in it. I tried it one time and it was merienda, and I couldn't even finish that dish. So it's only merienda and it was bigger than a normal meal. So yeah, guys, they stay skinny, even they eat a lot. They even eat me. They sometimes even eat more than me. Now, maybe a lot of people don't know, but spaghetti, they don't eat it a lot in Philippines because mostly it's also for party and everything. But spaghetti, it's not an official meal in the Philippines. Spaghetti, it's just merienda, it's just a snack. Now here we eat it as a complete meal. Now, back to our breakfast here. We just eat some bread. Then for lunch, if we are out for work, normally we eat bread as well. We make like a small lunch pack, and in the evening when we are finished from work, sometimes people have to rush to the shop to get some groceries, and then they just eat potato, vegetables and some meat or some fish. Now that's the only hot meal that we have on a day. Now it depends. Sometimes people don't have time to cook in a day, and then it's 3 times bread. But if mostly we make time to have the one hot meal. In Philippines, all the 5 meals or 6 meals, if you count the late night snack, mostly they're all hot meals. Most of the dishes in Philippines, they're always a hot meal. They don't eat a cold meal except for the bread, sometimes with coffee. Now I wanted to make that video about food. Now I cannot go around food without a little bit explaining how our day is, and maybe I can also explain why we don't have 3 times hot meal in a day. First of all, I think also it has to do with expenses. And in the video that I told about the salary and the costs here, if you know that it's around 350 euro for grocery, it counts bread as well. If we would eat 3 times hot meal, a hot meal is a lot more expensive than having some bread here with some spread. Now, if you're counting 3 times meat, it can be really a lot of costs in the end of the month. And yeah, like I told you, sometimes we have to budget. There is not always a lot of money to spend 1,000 euro a month on food. Now, second of all, and I think that's the most big reason, we just don't have time. Like if in the morning I have the early shift, I have to wake up at 3:40, I don't have time. And I also don't have the energy to start cooking, to make some fried rice or something. And then you have people that say you can make it in the evening, but it's not that nice if you have to heat it up. It's more nice when you make it fresh. So we don't have time to start cooking in the morning. People that are working in an office and they have the day shift hours. A lot of people here in Belgium, they already leave at 7 in the morning. So you don't have time for that. If you have to arrange for the kids as well, you don't have time to start cooking. So you just take a bread, it's quick, it's easy, and you have enough energy and you have enough food to start your day. Now the meriendas in Philippines, they make time for the merienda. Here in Belgium, we don't have time. If you are working in a factory and there is no small break and there is only the official lunch break that you have, you don't have time to eat merienda. So if you have time, then you just eat a small yogurt or you eat a piece of fruit, and that's it. You don't have time to eat rice with something else or potatoes with something else. Then for lunch, yeah, normally you're still on your work. And to explain a little bit, I'm working in a factory, I'm working in a warehouse, so it can be different from job to job. But the moment that I'm going in a break, I have to use my badge and I have to like clock out. And then I have to go to the canteen. Now it's taking almost already 5 minutes and 5 minutes to go back, because in 30 minutes I have to be back on my work post. So it means that I only have 20 minutes. If I have to start heating up some things, yeah, it's not even eating anymore. It's just like I have to shove everything in because I only have 15 minutes to eat my meal. That's why a lot of people also, they just take like a small lunch box with some bread again. That's the easiest, that's the fastest. So merienda in the afternoon is the same. In Philippines they make time for it, but here it depends what kind of job that you do, that you have time for that. And for the evening, yeah, we eat a little bit larger. People that work in a day in the early shift, they have time to make a hot meal in the evening, and that's also the hot meal that we are making. And then the late snack in Belgium, yeah, some people they eat chips, some other people they eat fruits again or some yogurt. So even our late night snack, it's also pretty small. So most of all, it's because we don't have a lot of time extra. We're always rushing to go to work our day, to come home, and then with the kids, and then you still have to clean your house. So we don't really have a lot of time to be in the kitchen for all day, and the only thing that we are like doing for cooking. Now it's also in Philippines, you have people that also work all day and they don't have also maybe time to cook themselves. But in Philippines you have a lot of street food, you have a lot of sari-sari, the small shop that also provides some foods. It's easier to get a hot meal in Philippines instead of making your lunchbox. And we don't have that here in Belgium. We cannot just go out of the company to get on the corner some rice with some meat or some fish or some barbecue. It's not existing here. If you are searching for like a takeaway, then mostly it's just a pizza, it's a shawarma or some fries. That's it, but you cannot eat fries 2 or 3 times a day. Now that's just the reality, and I can see a lot of Filipinos are shocked when they arrive here in Belgium and they can see, oh, you're not eating a hot meal in the morning, oh, you're not eating a hot meal for lunch. If you're not working and you're in the house, yeah, you have time. If you have enough budget, of course, then you have enough time. But if you have to go to work, we're always on the rush. Life here in Belgium is really stressful. We have a lot of traffic as well, so people that have to start at 8:30, they probably are already out of the house at 7. And here in Belgium it's not the same as public transportation. I will make a video later about public transportation in the Philippines. But if in Philippines you miss the one bus, mostly 5 minutes later there is another bus. So if you're like 2-3 minutes late, there is no problem. In Belgium, in a lot of places, if you're in the city it's different, but in a lot of places there is like one bus every half an hour or one bus every hour. If you miss that, you have a problem. So people don't take that risk and they just take bread because it's the easiest and it's the fastest to eat. Now, if you have your thinkings about this, if you want to have more information, if you have ideas about videos, maybe this video made some questions, please comment them below. I will see if it's possible, and I have the knowledge, I will make videos about those subjects. If you want to know more about food, I will explain it in another video, but please comment below so I have ideas what your questions are, and then I can make videos, because my videos that I'm making, I make them for you. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you don't like it, give it a thumbs down, so I have an idea what you think about these videos. If you didn't subscribe yet, don't forget to click the red button down the video, the subscribe button. It's totally free. Don't forget also to click the notification bell, then you get update on your computer or your phone when new videos are online. My wife, she also has a YouTube channel, Madame Filipinay Belgium. She mostly have cooking vlogs. If you guys, the foreigner, if you want to start cooking some easy Filipino dishes, you can find it there. If Filipinas want to have inspiration for what to cook today, you can find there some recipes. This is it for now. I hope you like this video. Thank you for watching. I will have my breakfast now. I hope to see you in the next video. Paalam, tot ziens.